Today I'm going to be testing my friends Carys and Emily to see how well they know me. And the challenge for you guys is who knows me best.
I feel like I know you quite well. We have known each other 6 years now. Yeah. 6 years we've all been friends.
We all started at iSingPOP at the same time, which is really
so cute. Oh, well, I've put myself out there now, so I'm gonna do well.
I feel like me and Jessica are very similar.
Yeah.
So, although
I don't think our tastes are similar. I think we think similarly, but I think, like, all of my questions, I think you would have a different answer.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
The first question for you today is, what is my favourite chocolate bar?
Oh my gosh. I know what yours is. Oh, I can't think. Oh, I'm doubting myself, but I can't think.
Okay, Carys, shall we start with you then?
Yeah, I went for Galaxy Salted Caramel.
Oh.
That's a no.
Oh, I really don't know. I went for the Dairy Milk Marvellous Creations.
It's Cadbury's Marvellous Creations.
Because that's mine as well. And I feel like we've discussed that.
Marvellous Creations. Yeah. I literally was like, what? Yeah. Because of what you said at the start, I was like, it won't be anything I like. At the start, I was like, the opposite.
Okay, so the next question I have for you. When I'm in the office, what are my 2 go-to drinks?
Remember to put a point on your board.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm not writing
to let people know that I'm in the lead.
I feel like Ben has to sit next to me like every day as I drink these things.
And he knows it's better than we know ourselves.
But it does mean that if editor Ben gets this wrong, then I'm going to be really sad because
fired.
he sits next to me. He sits next to me every day. He should know.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, do you want to go first?
I've gone Pepsi Max, and at the very last minute I put cherry, because it's specifically the cherry one. And then I said coffee, but then I said you like a vanilla syrup in it. Yeah, those are my 2.
I too put cherry Pepsi Max, and I put coffee, the gold pod.
I love how you specifically said
We have a coffee machine. Just feel like we need to specify that.
Yeah, I've gone with coffee and Pepsi Max, and I put cherry, mango, or original. I basically get any of those 3, but generally it's the cherry or the original.
So how many points do we get? Do we get a point for each?
Point for each, yeah.
Does that mean I get 2?
Yeah, you both get 2.
Woohoo!
Okay, so next question. What is my favourite Disney film? Carys.
Encanto.
Okay.
I said Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, it's Tangled.
Good choice.
Tangled is my favourite. I talk about
Tangled.
Encanto a lot. That's why I was like, this could be a mean question.
where
I
I
also
got
have
this
a really
one
cute
from.
memory of us watching this together at your house.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the first Disney film I watched with you.
Next question. What is my favourite iSingPOP song?
This is such a guess.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if it's one of the old ones or one of the newer ones. Whether it's before our time.
We're not that old.
Like before we started working here, not before we were born. Okay. I went for All Over the World because it's the classroom worship theme tune. That's why I went for it.
That's the reason why it's not all over the world. Because I've heard that so many times.
Oh, I just thought you might be proud.
I went for When I Get That Feeling.
Hey.
It's a good shout.
Just 'cause it's a
an
bop.
epic tune. It is a bop. It is a
And
bop. It's an
you
epic
danced
tune.
it at Salisbury. It was one of the ones
Yeah.
that you led in the cathedral.
Gonna keep on trying. I know you'll be there. I will be fine. When I get that feeling.
But actually, this is gonna surprise you. This is one of the newer ones. It's Take Care of the World from Set 7.
Nice.
I absolutely love it.
It is good.
Take care of the world. With everyone together, we can make life better.
That's my favourite as well.
That's my favourite when I get that
yeah,
feeling.
it is a good one.
Okay, I've got another question for you. What is my favourite season? And I do mean season of like the year as opposed to like season of a TV show.
Autumn, and then I drew a picture of a leaf. Sorry.
Which she then decimated with her pen.
Drew a picture of a leaf. Autumn.
Very cute.
I put spring, but Jessica doesn't like flowers, so I don't really know.
She spends the whole month running away from the flowers.
I spent the whole month of spring.
Oh yeah, it's not a
The
month.
whole month of spring.
The whole few months of spring just hiding away from the flowers. No.
Hibernating.
Emily is correct. I'm an autumn girly.
The thing is, when you turned it around, I knew exactly that it was autumn.
Yeah, you
Well,
love
two
autumn
reasons.
fashion and you love coffee.
Yeah, I love autumn fashion. I love coffees. Also, my birthday's in autumn, so that's obviously the win. But also, you were both right in the sense of I don't like really hot and I don't like really cold. So
That's what I
winter
was
is
gonna
too
say.
cold.
You
Summer's
wouldn't,
too
you
hot.
wouldn't be summer, you wouldn't be winter.
That's why
I thought
went-
you'd like
it
the
was
middle.
between the two.
Middle ground is definitely correct, but
You
yeah,
don't like
autumn is the actual
the
right
extremes.
answer. Yes.
I'm winning. It's about the
just need to-
taking part though.
I need to basically pay more attention, I think.
I feel like you're really chuffed that you're in the lead.
I
Emily.
am.
This is a relatively subjective question, but I do have a very definite answer. What's the weirdest thing I've ever done as part of my job role with iSingPOP?
Lots of things. The weirdest.
Yeah. We have very fun and interesting jobs.
We do.
Oh, Carys is still choosing. She's going to go first, so.
It's okay, I know what it is. I just need to.
No, I'm hiding my. I've already written mine down. No, I'm not changing it. I'm
Are
sticking.
you hiding your board or your face?
I was hiding my face. Don't let me see. Oh, I'm sticking with this.
Yeah, well, I just. Again, apologies if I spelled anything wrong, but I just put getting gunged instead of Chris
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
because you really didn't want to get gunged either.
One.
Thank goodness that wasn't me.
I said, dressed up as a fisherman and filmed out in the freezing cold.
See, I wasn't
and then when you had to pretend to be a fish, when it was like, Simon was a fisherman. Blub, blub, blub. That one. Now, Simon was a fisherman. So that's what I said.
I put dressing up as a squirrel for a classroom worship episode.
Yeah.
Where I was a squirrel
there.
because I had this massive squirrel tail and it wouldn't stand up on its own. So I kind of had to hold the base of it. So I basically had one hand pretty much behind my back the whole time. Or like it tucked like under my armpit to keep it like in place. I have another question. And I am willing to defend my answer to this.
Wow.
Do I like the toilet paper rolled over or under?
So over is where like,
Over is where
You've got the
it's
roll and over it
it's
goes like that, and under it
over
would
the
come-
top.
okay,
So you'd
I see.
pull it down rather than pulling it out from underneath.
oh gosh, I've written that really big. It's only one word, so.
Over.
I love how you've drawn it over.
That was an accident.
I love that. I too said over, because that's how we have it in the office toilet.
And that is correct.
Yeah.
That
And
is
I
correct.
feel like you would be the type of person who would
change
correct
it.
in the office
You would
toilet if
change
you didn't
it.
agree. You would correct it.
I'll correct it anywhere.
I'm the same. I'm an
I
over.
do exactly the same. I'm over.
Who's putting it under?
I reckon Ben.
Genuinely, I have to like stop myself. If I go to people's houses, I have to actively stop myself. If they're people that have it under, I have to actually
Stop
go.
from changing
Jessica,
it.
stop! Like, don't
Yeah.
turn it over because I naturally will go
I will too.
and just.
I'm an
change
over
it.
as well. I'm glad we all agree.
True or false? The first musical I ever saw live in a theatre was The Wizard of Oz.
I said false. I think it was Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I don't know why. I just had it in my
Again,
head.
I just know it's true.
It is false, so I'll give you the point, Emily. But it wasn't Joseph. It was actually Cats.
No way.
I was going to write cat. Mine was Joseph at the Hippodrome.
Because I remember like begging my mum to take me to see it in the Centaur in Cheltenham. And because I was like, I'd been listening to the soundtrack loads, and my mum was sort of, to start with, I didn't think she realised I'd been listening to the soundtrack. She's like, why do you want to go and see that? And so I put the This is how I convinced her to take me. I put the soundtrack on, and the first track is really, really wordy. And I literally sang it word for word with no words in front of me. And she was like, okay, we can go and see Cats. And then, but then she felt the need to pre-warn me because I'd never been to see a musical before. She's like, you cannot sing along. Like, you are not allowed. That is not correct theatre etiquette. Because I was so convinced I was going to sing along and I was going to be discovered. She was like, no, that's not how this works.
I feel like I can't remember my first one because as a kid growing up, I was in quite a lot of pantos with my dance school. Oh, cool. So I don't remember, but I know that there were, like, it was probably like...
You were probably in something.
Probably. But also, I think, I was in pantos. I saw quite a lot of pantos first, I think, and then it would have been something like Joseph or Wizard of Oz, something,
Classics, yeah.
a nice child-friendly classic, probably.
Okay, numbers-related question.
Ooh.
How many houses or flats or apartments or whatever you want to call it have I lived in during my life?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, I was just trying to rip it out, and I changed my answer halfway through. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I said 2 because I think you lived at your childhood home and I think you lived in your uni halls. And then I put home now, but then I remember that you currently still live in your childhood home because you live right next to the primary school because you've done an iSingPOP project in your own primary school. So I still think you've only lived in 2 houses/flats.
Interesting. Emily?
I've gone quite high. I said 5. Your uni halls, and then I think you lived also then in a uni house. And then you lived somewhere up north when you were a baby, but I also now I'm thinking I've made that up. And then I put where you live now, the house you're currently living in now, which is your childhood home.
So the answer is 5.
No way!
I'll give you the bonus points because you've got 2. So you've got where I live now and you've got uni. But the reason it's 5. So I was born in London. So we lived in a house in London.
Didn't even know that.
Then we moved to Cheltenham. But I lived in 3 different places while I was at uni. So I lived in 3 places up north. So I had halls and then I was in 2 different houses in my 2nd and 3rd year.
I can't get 2 points.
Streaking ahead.
You're doing really well.
I know.
I couldn't think outside.
You went, doing really well.
I'm being encouraging, Em.
I actually think this next one should be a really easy one. What is my least favourite food?
I said mushrooms. I'll draw a little picture.
I did bananas or mushrooms.
It is indeed mushrooms.
Yay! I know we have that in common.
I love bananas. You've watched me eat a banana before.
I clearly don't remember this though. I don't think I was like watching you like this eat a banana.
I remember we both said that when we go and stay somewhere, we say, oh, I don't like
mushrooms.
mushrooms. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good picture.
That's a great, I know that's a sliced mushroom.
Wait, so Emily's the winner.
I am feeling much better about getting more than 3
caught
points.
up.
Yeah. I sat on 3 points for a long time.
There was some big point scores there.
There were some big point scoring questions. I wanted to keep it interesting.
We learnt more about you. We now know more things
You know
about
more
you.
now than when we came into this game in the first place. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will see you soon for some more iSingPOP fun. Bye.
Bye.